Hey, what's up guys, this is Sriraj Melith and welcome back to another video. So in the previous video we discussed about components in React.js, and in this video we're gonna explore a little more deeper into components by learning about passing props into a component. What is props and how to pass data using props to a component, and how to reuse the component a number of times. Okay, let's get quickly started. So in the previous video, the chapter 6, we just created a profile card component and we just reused the component 3 times. Okay, in this video, I'm gonna change the card component. I'm making this component data as dynamic by passing it from the parent component. Okay, so first of all, I need to define an interface. So in the beginning itself, I have told you like we will be using TypeScript. We are not using JavaScript, we are using TypeScript. So we have type safety. So that's why we created .tsx file instead of .jsx. In most of the YouTube tutorials, you will see .jsx or .js. So here we are learning professional production level React.js coding. So that's used in most of the companies prefer TypeScript. So that's why we are following the standard professional way of coding. Okay. So for setting up the props, we need to define the type first. So I'm using interface here. Interface is used to define type, and I'm just giving name as I profile card props. So this is a way of writing interface profile card props. Just opening the bracket. And just what all things we need to pass. We need to pass an like an image URL, a name and a description. So I will use image URL property. So it will be a string. We have to pass a string, and we will be using a name of the person. We will be using we need to pass as a name, and we will be passing a description, or we will use as a bio. We can say simply we are passing a bio. So this is also a string. Okay, now I have created an interface. So interface is for just defining the type. We are passing 3 type of data. One is the image URL, that will be a string, a name, that is also a string, a bio, that is also another string. So now I have defined the interface here. I'm just copying this name and I will be using it here. Okay, so inside profile we will be getting the data as image URL, img URL. We just defined above, and a name and a bio. Okay, and here we will be giving the type as like I profile card. So basically these are props. So generally I have destructured the prop here. So if another way I can write is like props. So yeah, I can use as props, or I can destructure the props as like this. So props is the general way of writing. So but here for simplifying I destructured using this. So you need to learn about destructuring in JavaScript to get more idea about this. I will be creating a video on that too. Okay, so here I just received 3 data: image URL, name and bio. Okay, so right now the bio is never used. Okay, we will use in some time. Inside the function we are receiving some sort of arguments or parameters, we would say. So here props is our parameter. So props contains image URL, name and bio. Props is basically an object that's containing 3 properties. Okay, so these properties I can use it here, like in the profile card. Now it turns red because it's missing the props. Profile card need 3 props right now: img URL, and another one is a name, and another one is the bio. These 3 things we need. 3 cards need the same data, then only the red issue will go. Okay, I will name it as Sophie Louis, and this use as John player. This is CTO global company, and John is the CFO of global company, and I will keep the CEO in the center. So CEO, I will use the same name. Who is the CEO? The Samuel John is our CEO, and I'm using this name, and I'm just copy pasting this bio. So Samuel John is the CEO. Okay, cool. Now I need to add pictures for all these three people. Let's see. I can take few more pictures from pexels.com. Just going to Pexel and just searching for a CEO lady, for example. So okay, so I'm just taking this picture. I can just take this picture. I just copy the image URL. This looks nice. Sophie will be the CTO. Okay, and for John I am using the same, sorry, for the CEO I am using the same URL, and I need one more for the CEO man. So I'll find better picture. okay, I'll take this picture. So the CEO image is simple man and other people are in professional suit, and okay, the CEO got simple image, others too got some professional images, no problem. Okay, now I need to check the output. What's the output here? Output is same, content haven't changed because I haven't used this data. Okay, now I start using this data. Image URL which is passed, we are passing the image URL to the component by as a prop image URL, name and bio. Okay, I just need to use this image URL we are receiving here from the prop, and instead of this and just clear the src, and I'm using this variable. I'm using the img URL here. Made use of the img URL I'm receiving as a prop. Also same applies here. I'm just using the name variable here. We can't directly use, we need to use a curly bracket and use the name. Okay, cool. Another one is a bio. I'm using the bio as well here, just copying and using the bio. Okay, now I have used the three variables, which is the destructured props. The type is defined here as string, and I used the img URL for the src, name inside the h1 and bio inside the p tag. Let's see the magic. Boom. Now our profiles had changed. You see, we are reusing the same component, we are passing different props. 3 times we are using the same component without writing multiple codes, multiple file codes. Only we are calling the same component, we are just reusing the same component 3 times. Bingo. So this is the beauty of React. We need to write only one component code, but we can use that 3 times. So this is the power of reusability or the components in React. So that's how easily we can pass props to our React. I just destructured the prop as 3 variables, use the variables here. I also defined a type since we are using TypeScript. So TypeScript is the professional way of writing React code for more safety, more type safety. Okay, so here inside the app component, our parent component, we are calling the profile card 3 times. Each time we are passing different data. The data is passed as prop using these 3 variables. This prop we have defined here. So that's why we are able to pass props data here, because we already defined the type here and we use the props here. So that's how easily we can create a component in React. We just created components folder and component file inside that. Also we called the component multiple times here. That's very easy, right? These kind of things you have seen a lot of times. If you go to LinkedIn, you can see like linkedin.com. If you go to LinkedIn, you can just see like these components used multiple times, and if you search for my network or So you can see these are cards, these are profile card. You see the same component is used multiple times. So that's how easily we can create profile cards like this. So LinkedIn had used a similar kind of card. So you just try to create a connect button for this profile. So we just created a profile, and your task is to create similar kind of profile cards and just add a connect button. If you can style like this, you just try to style like this profile card. You try to add a connect button like here. So in the upcoming video we're gonna just create a connect button, and when it's clicked the content will be changing, it will be changed to pending. So for that we will be using states in React. So in the upcoming video I'll be creating a video related to React use state hook. We're gonna just get started with the state management. So here when I click the connect, you see the button has changed. So this is known as conditional rendering in React. We're gonna explore that too in our upcoming video. So a lot of wonderful videos are coming on the way. Subscribe the channel for more videos like this. So hope you guys enjoyed the video of creating component and passing props to a component. If you enjoyed it, do like, share and subscribe. This is Sriraj Melath signing off.